Hello everyone, this is our sixth class and in this class we will learn how to perform the logical and string operations in Bourne Shell. So, what are the logical operations? Logical operations are AND operation, OR operation, NOT operation, etc. Suppose in this example we want to compare two conditions, whether the value of one variable A is greater than 10 or not, and another condition may be whether the another variable value B is less than 20 or not. So let me write down the condition of this experiment in the comment section. In shell script, we can write hash to make any statement as comment. So here in this example, we want to check whether A is greater than 10 or not, as well as we want to check whether B is less than 20 or not. So this is our first condition of the experiment. And first let us take two inputs from the user. So the two inputs are A and B. So write down read minus B. After that, within single quote, write down a string like enter the value of A. After space, after that write down the variable name. Similarly, ask for another input from the user, and another input is B. So write down enter the value of B. After that, variable name B, enter. And after that, we need to put the logical statement in here. And for that purpose, in this example also, we need to use the if construct. So within if, we want to put the logical statement, and for that purpose use the squared bracket, and within the squared bracket put the logical statement. So provide space properly. So squared bracket, after that provide space, write down $a, after that write down minus gt, after that write down 10. So with space. So basically what this particular condition will do, it will check whether the value of a is greater than 10 or not. After that put minus a, after that put space and then minus a. So minus a is act as AND condition in Bourne Shell. So after that write down another condition, $b space minus lt space 20. So this condition will check whether the value of b is less than 20 or not. Lt is used for 20. Lt is used to say less than. And after that write down then, and if the if condition is true, we can write down echo that yes, a is greater than 10 and b is less than 20. So this is the if statement. Now if this condition false, what are the possible reasons? That either a is not greater than 10, or maybe b is not less than 20. So this can be the condition, and if construct is closed by the statement fi. So I have written the particular experiment. Now let me run it and check whether it is working or not. So first of all, check for the trueness of the if condition. So put a value of a which is greater than 10. Let me put the value of a as 50. Now put the value of b. Let me put the value of b which is less than 20, 40. So yes, a is greater than 10 and b is less than 20. So this is a true condition. Now again run this experiment and provide some a value which is less than 10. So put the value of a as 9, put the value of b within the bound 50. See, either a is not greater than 10 and b is not less than 20. So obviously in this experiment we can see the value of a is not greater than 10, so it is writing this statement. Similarly, if we put the value of a greater than 10, but if we put the value is more than 20, in that case also it will write down a is not greater than 10 or b is not less than 20. So this is how we can perform the AND condition. Similarly, we can perform the OR operation in Bourne shell just by using minus O between these two conditions. So minus O act as OR condition. It will compare both the conditions, and if either of them is true, then it will execute the first statement. Like we need to say that in if clause that yes, either A is greater than 10 or B is less than 20. But or scenario, the else clause will only run if both the condition fails. So we need to say that A is not greater than 10 as well as B is not less than 20. So here also greater than. So now let me run this statement again for both the AND and OR condition. So put the value of A which is less than 10, 9, and put the value of B as 15 which is less than 20. So the first condition says the true AND condition is executing the else clause, that either A is not greater than 10 or B is not less than 20. But in case of OR, as any one of these statement is true, it is telling that yes, either A is greater than 10 or B is less than 20. So let me check for a condition where both the condition fails. So I want to execute the else clause of this OR experiment. So let me put the value of A as 9 and put the value of B as 25. So in this example, it is executing the else clause of the OR experiment. So A is not greater than 10 as well as B is not less than 20. So this is how we can perform OR and AND logical operations in Bourne shell. Now let me try to run down some string operation in Bourne shell. So let me consider two string variables like A equals to ABC and write down B as XYZ. So I should not provide space between assignments. So XYZ. So I have taken two strings. Now we want to compare two strings whether they are equal or not. So in shell script we just need to write if within square bracket, write down $A, then a space equal sign $B, and after that give again space. Then if they are true, then we can write down echo A and B are same. Else we can write down else they are not same. So what I can write, echo not A and B are not same, and after that close the if construct with fi. Let me run it and check. So A and B are not same because A is ABC and B is XYZ. If I make B also as ABC and let me run it, see, now they are saying both are the same. So this is how we can compare two string in Bourne shell. Similarly, other type of string operation also can be done in the Bourne shell. Like suppose we want to check whether any string is empty or not. How we can do so? We just need to write down a particular if condition like this. Within the condition, just write $A. So if this condition, if this particular A string has some value in it, then it will the if condition will be true and it will say that A is not empty. But if A string is empty, if the A string is empty, in that case if condition will return false and it will execute the else clause. So it will say that A string is empty. Let me run it and check. So currently A string has a value ABC, so it is telling it is not empty. Now let me remove this ABC and make this string as empty string. Now run it. So it will, the if condition will fail and it will return the else clause and it will say A is empty. Similarly, we can count or we can check whether the size of any string is 0 or not, and for that purpose we need to write minus z and after that put a space, because within square bracket we should separate everything with a space. So write down minus z, after that space $a. So if the size of the string is 0, then it will be true. So if the size of the string a is 0, in that case the if condition will be true, and it will say that size of a is 0. But if the size of a is not 0, in that case it will be false, and it will run the else clause and will say the size of a is not 0. So let me run. So currently check what is the size of a. The currently size of the a is 0, so it should be true. See, the size of a is 0, it is true, and that is why it is writing size of a is 0. Now and obviously in the previous case it stated that a is empty, so we can write down anything like xyz, and let me run it, and after that check, it is saying that it is stating that a is not 0. So this is how we can execute. Similarly, there are other option also there in the string in Bourne Shell, like we can use minus n. So minus n basically returns true if there exists some element in the string. So minus n will return true if the string has some size. So I can write down a is not empty, not empty. And similarly, if the size is itself empty, the string is empty, in that case it will return the else clause and it will say it is empty. So it is just like writing $a as we have done earlier. So it is stating it is not empty, a is not empty, so because the a string has a value xyz, so it is not empty. So these are the operation we can do in the Bourne Shell for strings. So that is it for today's class. Thank you.